That upcoming Champions League match between Manchester City and Real Madrid, it is so much more than just a game. This is a true clash of titans. And believe me, the fallout from this one is going to have ripple effects long after the final whistle. Let's get into why.
What we're about to see isn't just about who scores more goals. It's more like a referendum on how you build a footballing superpower in this day and age. The result is either going to validate a slow, carefully planned system, or it's going to champion a culture of just pure, high-stakes pressure.
So really, what's on trial here are two completely opposite ways of running a club. You've got two different blueprints for success, and the big question is, in the modern game, which one actually works? All right, so to really understand what's at stake, we need to dig into what makes these two clubs tick. We need to look at their core identities, because this is truly a tale of two giants who could not be more different.
And I mean the contrast is just night and day. On one side, you've got Manchester City. Think the system. It's all about stability, patience, and evolving piece by piece. Then you have Real Madrid. That's all about the big-name stars, the constant drama, and that relentless win now or you're out ultimatum.
Okay, let's zoom in on Manchester City first. Their success isn't just about having amazing players on the pitch. No, it goes way deeper than that. It's baked right into the club's DNA, a structure that's been designed to last for the long haul.
The whole thing is built on this idea of systemic sustainability. Now, that sounds a little corporate, I know, but all it really means is that the club's style of play, its identity, is so deeply rooted that it can lose a huge player, and the machine just keeps on humming. The system itself is the real star here.
But here's the thing. Right now, that system is facing its biggest test yet. Even their manager, the great Pep Guardiola, admits the team is in a transitional phase, a really crucial moment of reshaping.
And we're not talking about minor adjustments. They've lost absolute cornerstones of their team. We're talking about Rodri, their defensive rock, Kevin De Bruyne, the creative genius, and İlkay Gündoğan, the guy who made everything tick in midfield. A blow like that would absolutely cripple most teams. But for City, this is it. This is the ultimate test of their entire philosophy.
So their mission in Madrid is crystal clear. Prove that their success is institutional. They want to show the world that the Manchester City machine keeps on winning, not just because of a few incredible players, but because the blueprint itself is simply that good.
Now let's completely switch gears and talk about Real Madrid, where the atmosphere is, well, it's the total opposite. At their stadium, the Bernabéu, words like patience or transition just don't exist. There's only one thing that matters: relentless, crushing pressure to win. And to win now.
And that kind of pressure always has a human cost. Right now, the manager, Carlo Ancelotti, an absolute legend of the game, is basically walking a tightrope. The word on the street is that a loss to City could very well mean the end of his time at the club. It's just brutal. And if you're wondering why, just look at their recent form. Only 2 wins in their last 7 matches. Now, for most clubs, that's a rough patch. For a club like Real Madrid, that's not a slump. It's a full-blown 5-alarm crisis. And you know who always pays the price first?
You know, nothing highlights this difference better than a quote from Pep Guardiola himself. After his historic season with City, he flat out admitted that if he'd pulled off those same results at Madrid, he would have been fired. Just think about that. It's a stunning admission that tells you everything about the club's unforgiving nature.
So when these two teams step onto that grass, they're carrying the weight of their club's entire philosophy on their shoulders. And this one result, it means something vastly different, but equally massive for each of them. For Manchester City, this isn't about survival. It's about validation. It's a chance for their next wave of players to prove themselves on the biggest stage imaginable, to show the world that the system isn't just surviving, it's evolving. It's a test of their whole future.
So let's just lay out the stakes plainly. A win for City proves their whole model of evolution is working. A loss might expose a tiny crack in that transition. But for Real Madrid, the stakes are existential. A win means the manager gets to keep his job. A loss could trigger a deep, painful crisis that goes way beyond just a bad run of form.
So what can we take away from all this? Well, this match is pretty much a live experiment in how to build a modern dynasty. We're getting a verdict, in real time, on 2 completely different roads to the top.
It really all boils down to this. You have City's carefully engineered consistency, built over years of planning, up against the perpetual pressure cooker that is Real Madrid, a club that demands perfection right now, with no excuses.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, right? In today's game, What's the true path to long-term dominance? Is it the ruthless, relentless pressure for results no matter the cost? Or is it the patient, stable, and systemic approach? The answer? Well, it might just get decided on the pitch in Madrid.